What is up, guys? Jordan Patton here for a NASCAR discussion. I wanted to do this last week, but I decided, you know what, we'll just wait until the first 2 weeks of racing are over. And plus, I've been busy, but here I am. So we got plenty to talk about, I feel like, and I've got plenty to say about a certain driver, and some of fans, or my bad, not fans, haters of that driver may not like it, and I will put in the description when to skip when I'm talking about that driver if you don't want to hear me praise that driver. Anyways, so let's get to it, guys. First Darlington race, first race back, was pretty freaking awesome. It got kind of boring to the late, but it was just so good to see those cars back out there. It was pretty good to see Jimmy Johnson went leading until he screwed up. Of course, that's been over now. We're not going to go too deep into the first few races because that's already been analyzed, and we all know he wants that back. He messed up. It's good to see him run good. It's good to see William Byron run good. Kevin Harvick going to do what Kevin Harvick does, won that race, and Bowman did a heck of a job. Tyler Reddick and John Hunter Nemechek were two guys who ran really well. Tyler Reddick finished 7th, my bad, and John Hunter finished 8th. So that's good. It's good to see that John Hunter definitely is doing well in that underperforming team, which says a lot. And same thing with Tyler Reddick. The second race was even better, in my opinion. Of course, there was also drama in that. It was great. It was great for NASCAR, I think. As much as I hated to see it, here we go. And for all the Chase Elliott haters, close your ears for this one. He should have had 3 wins in a row. Technically 4, but 3 Cup wins. Because we know that he was going to catch Hamlin, and he was probably going to go away with it. And I just thought a lot of Chase in that race. I don't know. Kyle Busch knows he messed up, and I think when he's kind of like a animal that you back in the corner. When he knows he's messed up and he's putting himself in the corner, he gets aggressive and he says a bunch of, he just acts like he does. Which, if we didn't have Kyle Busch, it wouldn't be as fun. I don't hate to say it because I love to hate Kyle Busch. I really don't like him. I respect him at the utmost as a driver. He will go down as one of the best drivers of all time, no questions. He just screwed up big time and cost my favorite driver and a lot of other people's favorite drivers the race. And Chase Elliott let himself know how unhappy he was with the little bird shot, which was awesome to see. Anyways, so the race got rained out, and I really wish it hadn't got rained out because I think it would have been a good race to the finish. Denny Hamlin, of course, was in the right spot at the right time. Fast forward to I didn't get to watch the Xfinity race because I was at work, but that was good as well. Chase Briscoe beat Kyle Busch fair and square, outdrove him. And, I had no idea. I don't think anybody had any idea of what was really going on with Chase Briscoe. Chase Briscoe got a true fan after the way he ran that race. Kyle Busch even got by him. I can't, and he outdrove him at a hard driver's racetrack. So he gained a fan in me, Chase Briscoe did. And I will definitely be not pre-ordering, but I will be getting that diecast. I didn't get to see that race, so I don't really know how good it was. It looked pretty awesome from what I saw. Fast forward to the Coke 600. I didn't get to see the first half of that race either because I was doing something. It's pretty boring from what it looked like for the first half of it. The last part of it was pretty interesting. There was some good racing, especially on the restarts. It was a Charlotte race. From what I saw, it looked like there was good racing. Another good run by Tyler Reddick, and I think Austin Dillon did well too. Of course, it's already been beat to death. Chase should have won that race. We know. I know. But for all the people, as mad as I was after that race, and of course on my Instagram, you can see my initial reaction after that race. I was so livid mad. So livid mad. I was more mad about that than Kyle Busch wrecking him. So, but after I thought about it, what were you going to do? Because if he had stayed out, everyone else probably would have went in. So, and I'm like, I knew that. I shouldn't have been too upset. Still finished second. Technically third, but Jimmy Johnson got DQ'd, which sucks. And I liked seeing how upset Chase was. That to me shows how much Chase cares. I mean, it's the Coke 600. He wanted that bad. Even after he won the race the other night, he was still like, it ain't the Coke 600. So that just shows how much he cares. And obviously you could just feel how disappointed he was through the TV screen. Brad Keselowski won. Whoopee, I guess. Not a fan of Brad K. It is pretty cool. That might be the last time Miller Lite is ever on a stock car, which I didn't even think about. It didn't really process in my mind because I noticed Miller Lite is nowhere on that car, on the discount tire car this year. So I was like, oh, yeah, I thought they were done. So that's kind of interesting. The Xfinity race was pretty wild to watch. That was fun to watch, even though Kyle Busch won. My boy Hemrick got himself a second place finish, and I think might have been able to chase down Kyle if the race was a little bit longer. So I'm glad to see Hemrick getting back in the swing of things because he's had a lot of bad luck in his couple of starts. But yeah, and then of course the truck race. The truck race was pretty freaking awesome, even if it hadn't have turned out the turnout was. I really was glad to see Chase win, and it did make it perfect that Kyle Busch finished second to him. I like how Chase said, well, I'm glad he finished second and didn't wreck or something. And of course, the little dig, the little bow, I couldn't get enough of that. Because there is a little bit of a rivalry there. It's to me, it's kind of like an Earnhardt and Gordon rivalry. They don't really dislike each other, but they do. If I'm kind of making sense. But it's good because you have Chase Elliott fans, you have Kyle Busch fans, and obviously we hate each other, which I don't really hate Kyle Busch fans. You're entitled to your wrong opinion. Just kidding, guys. But yeah, it was good to see him win. He collected the bounty, which was awesome to see. And a lot of people didn't think he was going to do it. And I was like, I don't see any reason why he can't. He did it, so that's cool. And then, of course, we go to the race on Thursday night, which was a bummer that it got rained out Wednesday night. But it was a much better race, I thought, all in all. Again, I only caught the second half of it. But from what I saw, it was really good racing. I mean, I thought personally that some of the racing in the Coke 600 was pretty good. I don't know, but I just saw a lot of side-by-side racing, and I mean, it kind of went away once the field split up and got strung out. But that's how racing has been. From what I remember, when I first started watching NASCAR, the first 4 or 5 years, that's how it was. Like, the first 10, 15 laps were pretty exciting, and then on those half-mile tracks, and once they got spread out, that's kind of how it was. I don't know what people want. I'm sick of NASCAR fans pissing and moaning about everything, guys. The racing, all in all, has been a lot better this year, and I like this package. I'm really excited to see the next-gen car, but I think the racing has been pretty entertaining. Even the worst race, which I guess would be the Coke 600, was pretty freaking awesome. And that's why I really was disappointed when this COVID stuff hit, because I was just like, it's like you take that first bite of something and then you don't get to finish it. because the first 3 or 4 races of the season were so good. So yeah, it's been pretty awesome so far, you know. But of course, here comes the part where if you don't want to hear me praise Chase Elliott, you can either just stop the video, I don't care. You can skip ahead. I will put in the description when I stop talking about Chase. But I just want to praise Chase for a few things. First of all, at Darlington, he was pulling some grown-ass moves. The way he raced Eric Jones when he got that lead, because Eric Jones is a good race car driver in his own right, but Chase Elliott he had something about Chase. I just love how he doesn't quit. He goes out there and gets it. You know, his first couple of years, there's a lot of times where he failed, but he's learned from his mistakes. And now, I mean, if he's up front in the last 10 laps, I'm like, Chase is going to win this race. That's how I feel about him now. He should have won that race, because he was, you know, doing a hell of a job. And then even when they had the restart before he got wrecked, he had the older tires and he was able to hold off Keselowski, and I forget, was it Logano? I can't remember, but the 2 guys that were behind him, he was able to hold them off and he was able to gain a lead again, which I thought was impressive. I just think Chase is just really coming out and showing that he is not overrated. And I've seen plenty of people say he's overrated. No, he's not. He's 24 years old. He's got 7 wins to his credit now. Let's look. If you look at a lot of it, like I saw a stat, only 3 more drivers had more wins than him. And I don't know 100% for sure, but I'm guaranteeing you the names are Jeff Gordon, Kyle Busch, and maybe Petty. I'm not sure about the other ones. That's not factual. I'm pretty sure Kyle Busch is one of them because I looked at the stats. Because somebody I got on Instagram, and I usually don't try to get into these little cat fights, because they're usually just, I don't know, they're usually just dumb, and they're usually just somebody out there trying to poke the bear. But every once in a while, I like to get into it, because if I feel like I have the advantage, I will. And this guy said he was a Harvick fan. I was like, well, Kevin Harvick only had 5 wins when he was 25, because he struggled there for a little bit in his first few years. And I'm not trying to hate on Harvick. I like Harvick. Harvick is one of the best drivers, you know, out there. But when you're trying to, he was just saying stuff like, you know, he won the first race back, he wins more. Yeah, he wins more. He's got, you know, I don't like sitting here and making excuses, but now that the Chevys are back kind of on track, I think the field is more evened out. I think we're going to see. You got, like, yeah, you have to take the fact that Chase is 24 and he's doing this, and if I'm wrong, if somebody has the actual facts, but I guarantee you those 3 drivers that had more wins before they were 25 is Kyle Busch, Jeff Gordon. I guess it'd be Petty. I don't know. I actually have to look that up because I didn't read that full stat. But and Kyle Busch had that year when he was 25, his 5th year, where he had 8 wins. So. Yeah. And, you know, Chase could. I have a good feeling Chase probably pop off. I'm not going to sit here and jinx it, but I feel like he could get 5 or 6 wins this year. Easy. If they keep performing like they're doing, I think he could easily get 5 or 6 wins this year. And I believe he's a strong championship contender. But, anyways, I'm proud of Chase. He's really shown that he's really coming into his own big time now. And I think this is going to be the year people start kind of not hating on him so much. People are going to hate. People like to hate on the popular drivers just because I don't know. I don't, you know, Dale Jr. has haters because he's popular. And, you know, Dale Jr. only won 26 races, blah, 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 never won a championship. Dale Jr. still had a really good career. Okay? So, Chase Elliott is probably going to have a better career than Dale Jr. We'll see. But, anyways, that's all my Chase buck history, or whatever you want to call it. So, just, you know, what else? You know, I'm kind of upset that Kenseth's last couple of runs weren't that great. He did good at the first Darlington race and got 10th. I don't know. Again, I need to watch the races full on, but it's hard for me, especially during the weekdays, when it's just to watch a full race. But you know, it's kind of, you know, I think Kenseth will do good at Bristol this week. So, which brings us to, we're looking forward to Bristol, and I'm excited, so excited to watch Bristol. I think that's another race where Chase is going to do very well at and could possibly win. Matt Kenseth will probably do well, and of course, Kyle Busch is always going to be a player in that. I mean, Kyle Busch is always a player, but looking forward to it. I think we're going to see some really, really good racing at Bristol Sunday and Monday. The Xfinity Race is Monday, and I'm pretty excited about it. I'm just really glad NASCAR's back. I'm really glad. I think they've done a really, really good job at coming out and being able to be the first sport back on live and stuff, and they've done such a good job with it. I think they've been very professional, and I'm proud of NASCAR. Very proud of NASCAR. Good job, NASCAR. And you know, the e-racing, the iRacing was cool, but man, I don't want to ever have to do that again. I will watch some iRacing again if they put it on TV. You know, I think that would be cool. They talked about it on the Dale Jr. Download. You know, doing some type of like Christmas invitational or something like that. That'd be sweet. That'd be pretty cool. But it's just so good to actually have real racing again, and back to reality. But that's pretty much all I have for this talk. You know, I just want to thank everyone for the support on my Instagram again and my YouTube channel. I've just recently got done going through doing some reviews, so there's going to be a few reviews going up for this next week, a day. So yeah, thanks guys, and thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy it. You can follow me on my Instagram at jpatdiecast_2, which I am very active on. And also, guys, if you're on my Instagram, I'm going to put up a poll. I'm actually going to put up a poll here too, I think, if I should make a Twitter account for, you know, my diecast, my NASCAR stuff, because, you know, I really enjoy it, and I really like kind of following through the race, and Twitter's a lot easier to kind of comment on the race than like Instagram. But yeah, let me know what you think. If I should start a Twitter page dedicated to my NASCAR diecast and my, you know, whatever. But anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day or night wherever you may be, and we'll see you on the next one, guys. Peace out.